Hi, everybody. It's Dilly Briggs from the Dilly News Rock Show. And today I have awesome guest, Celebrity Stalker, the band. I have two of the awesome members. I have Larry, LP3, and we have Jason. Now, Chuck is MIA today, but they'll go ahead and fill in the details for him if we need to. How are you doing tonight, fellows?
Doing great. Doing
awesome. Happy to be here. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. This is awesome. Now, we're here today because they have a brand new album, Year of the Thief, that is about to drop November 13th. So it's about to come out here real soon, here brought to you by Monster Media Records. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. Now coming out Friday the 13th.
Yes, Friday the 13th. Now, who picked it to come out on Friday the 13th? Was it just the right time?
Yeah, pretty much.
It was all about the time. It was about 2020 and how the year's been going. Hold on one second. Sorry, I got an issue over here.
Yeah, after the year that everybody's been having, Friday the 13th is obviously the only day it could come out.
Well, this sounds great. Now, we do have, it is a full-length album that you're going to be coming out with, and we do have 3 of the songs that we will end up featuring today so that, you know, the audience can also hear the music that we're talking about and stuff. But how many songs are on this album?
8. In total, it's 8 songs.
8 songs altogether. Okay. Okay. And then, like, who did you work with to put this album together? Like, who was, like, you know, who did you help? You know, who was your producer and stuff? Who did you guys work with on this?
Well, we worked with Dave Klein out in LA. And if you know Dave Klein, he used to be the drummer for Agent Orange. He's worked with a lot of bands.
Oh, okay.
As far as recording and engineering and producing, he's worked with a lot of bands. So when it comes to the production of our band, though, we're pretty intense about how we want things. So yeah, Dave was there and Dave had a lot of fun with us, I hope. But yeah, we produced the hell out of this record with him. And I think we worked on it with him for a span of almost 6 months. And 2020 slowing it down and what 2020 gave us time to go back and work on the tracks some more, which obviously, you know, anyone in a band, you have to set a deadline. You could work on it for the rest of your life and find something to fix. But yeah, we worked with Dave for a while there. It was a fun experience.
And I'm sure it's a different experience too. I mean, a lot of musicians are saying there's some ups and downs to that because, as you mentioned, you're able to have some time to be able to go back and work on things when normally you have like a deadline and stuff. Did you find it a little bit easier, or was it a little harder for you to do this process in this quarantine time frame?
I think it was easy, but I think because of the quarantine, I think getting studio time was harder, you know, because I think everybody was working on stuff because, you know, no one was playing shows. And so that part, but even for us not having shows and being able to focus on the record, I think that made it easier, at least from where I'm at. I mean, made it easier for me.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely took a lot of distractions out of the loop. You know, and you could really focus on, you know, the music.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it, though, as well. You know, being able to focus on that, you know, and that's a good thing as well. So, and now I have a question before we get into the new music and to feature that and stuff. I have a question because I have been going back and watching some of the videos that you guys had for like previous. Hi there, kitten.
This is Raider. Hey, for anybody out there, this is my cat Raider.
Hey Raider, how's it going?
And I have not been distracted on purpose during this interview, but this cat has been he wants to know what's going on.
Well, my giant golden doodle dog walked in just before the interview too, and I had to shoo him out too. He was nosy as well. But like, but getting back to all of this, you know, like for before we get into all of this, again, I was watching like the previous videos that you guys had before from some of your previous music and stuff, and then of course now the new one that you have out too, for Thrill Seekers. I was looking at all the stuff like that too. But I came across as well your last year's little commercial for your Stalker Claus Christmas outfit. Are you guys?
Christmas,
I thought it was the greatest thing. I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. What a great play on your band name. during a holiday time when people
I think I might have one of those shirts.
Do you? I was going to ask now, are you guys going to update and do that this year as well and do a 2020 bad Christmas shirt or something like that?
That's so funny that you bring that up, because we were just talking about what kind of merch that we might want to put out for the holidays. So that's literally on the front burner right now as far as artwork and whatnot, and whether Stalker Claus will be making a return this year. Larry?
Oh, there it is. That's awesome. I love that.
So if anybody out there needs some good stocking gear for their Christmas stockings, come check out our merch website off our main website, and you might just find a little stocking stuffer there.
Yeah,
that hard to buy gift for your dad.
Yeah, I like the Stalker Claus shirt. I was like, ooh, I want one of those. But I'm like, oh, but if you're going to have one maybe for 2020, and like you said, the year has been so, you can do like one of those Stalker Claus shirt 2020, kind of like half out of it and, whatever it is. But I'm like, whatever idea you'd come up for it, I'm like, I'd be down to get one. I just thought it was a great idea, and just to play off the name. So I wanted to touch on that and bring that up because I thought it was just a fantastic thing. And since Christmas is right around the corner and we're talking about your new music, it would go together, right?
Indeed. I like where you're going with this.
I'd have to bring Mrs. Claus into the mix and do like a Natural Born Killer shirt.
Oh,
well, I almost think, I don't want to get off topic here, but I almost think like maybe Santa just so stressed out from the year, like, you're getting whatever I give you this year. Don't even look
Santa, you ain't getting nothing. Right? None of you deserve nothing.
Everybody gets coal.
That's awesome.
All the way around. Everybody, all the way around.
Okay, now, so let's get back to the music. I just wanted to touch on that again, because I thought it was just a really great concept, a really great thing. And since we're at that time of year, I thought that would be great to bring that up. And it's just ironic you guys were talking about it at the same time. But let's go ahead and get back to some of the music now. Since we have 3 of the songs to feature, we have Thrill Seekers, American Dreams, and I Am. Which one would you like to feature first, so we can talk a little bit about that before we play it?
Let's go with Thrill Seekers.
Okay.
That was the first single that we released. It was the first sample because, going back to talking about working with Dave Klein, Dave Klein likes to do pre-production. He likes to get involved in that. And we went down and we worked with him on 2 songs. And that was how we decided to do the record with him. And Thrill Seekers was one of those first 2 songs. And that's probably the song that, I don't know, at least for me, I was like, no, I want to work with Dave. I want to finish this album with Dave. And yeah, I think that's where we should start right now.
Awesome. What's your take on that? How was the process for you? What did you feel about that?
Oh, I felt it was it definitely, I'll dovetail on that a bit. Yes, the getting in there and working with Dave on the first 2 songs and then deciding to move forward was definitely the good play. We were able to get in, do 2 quality tracks that we were super happy with, and then move into doing the record. And Dave's got a nice studio in what is that area? Is it Silver Lake-ish? It's kind of in the Silver Lake-ish area. Or no, it's not.
Highland
what
Park.
is it?
Highland Park.
Highland Park. I get Highland Park and Silver Lake confused, apparently. But anyway, he's got a cool little spot, a beautiful backyard and whatnot. So it's a very, very chill place to record and be able to get things done. And he's a pleasure to work with. He's a great guy.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in, because we're going to go ahead and feature that for you. We want to go ahead and play that. So why don't one of you gentlemen go ahead and just give an introduction into the song? Say, you're listening to so-and-so, and this is our song, and name it, and we'll play it.
Go ahead, Jason.
Yes.
Take it away.
This is the first single off our record, You're the Thief. This song, we spit out the video earlier this year, and it's been available for a bit, and we hope you dig it. This song is called Thrill Seekers. Can't really see that. This is a copy of the single right here that you can get. Thrill Seekers.
Very nice, on all platforms as well. And you're hearing it here on the Dilly News Rock Show on Rockers Edge Radio and still also on chaoticradio.com.
Hollywood hills, glamour slaves out seeking thrills, black mirrors with no reflections, white lines drawn to perfection, stainless steel slicing through flesh, fading senses you can't speak for breath, thrill seekers on a murder spree. K-I-L-L-I-N-G. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. First comes lost, then comes singer, drops the body of another dead stranger. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. I don't know why they must die. Bleeding out in the light of day as the stars come out to play. Stiff, rotting carcasses, lost souls in a black abyss. Stainless steel, you're slicing through flesh, fading senses, you're gasping for breath. Thrill seekers on a murder spree. K-I-L-L-I-N-G. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. I don't know why they must die. Shades of blue from a lack of breath, victim in this game of death, satiated as I watch you bleed. K-I-L-L-I-N-G. Stainless steel, slicing through flesh, fading senses, you're gasping for breath. Thrill seekers on a murder spree. Now it's time to die for me. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. First comes lost, then comes singer, then drops the body of another dead stranger. I don't know why they must die.
Yeah, all right. Now, once again, that was Thrill Seekers by Celebrity Stalker, the band. And that is one of the new songs that we are featuring off the new album, Year of the Thief, which is dropping November 13th. Thank you so much for making sure to send all that in so that we can, check that out. Now, we do have two other songs that we will be featuring from them. But now let's go ahead and talk about the next song that now we have American Dreams and we have I Am. And now, did you work with the same person for all the songs on this, or like different people? It's all the same people on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
And now, are you
Celebrity? The whole album is performed and produced by Celebrity Stalker and Dave Klein.
Okay. And now I know you guys, now you have the video out for Thrill Seekers and stuff. Are you working on a video for the next couple of songs as well that we're featuring, or anything, maybe the main song off of the album? Are you, what's the next video and stuff that you're going to be working on? What song?
Most likely Crime Styles of the Rich.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
Yeah,
so
and
that'll be our
one we're not featuring.
No, but we'll bring it back. And actually, you know what? We can feature it. How about we go out to that song when we're all done? That's the one you end with.
Okay, you know what? We can do that. We can add that here at the end of the interview. So just make sure to tune in after the interview, folks, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll just go ahead and add that in at the last. Very much. No problem. That would be great. Now, so the next one we feature, so for American Dreams, what was the thought process on that? Like, now let me make sure I word this correctly. Your songs are supposed to be basically featured about the negativity, the negative, what was it, focuses on the negative of the media and the celebrity and celebrityism and things like that. Is that correct? Like, it's like a play on the negativity that happens from it.
And some of the negativity from like social media, just the negativity that we all are exhibiting. You know, everyone's so divided. Everyone's mad about something and ready to fight. And we're just a mirror of that. We're just a mirror of what's going on. I mean, going back real quick to the Thrill Seeker song, you know, when you talk about like celebrity and negative, the Thrill Seeker song sounds like it's a murder, but it's not. It's a song about a sociopath and the victims they leave behind. So when you're maybe a celebrity or you just have so much ego, you don't think about what you do and how it affects other people. You're just killing, you know, friendships. You're killing things with everyone you touch because you're just an asshole, you know? So that song kind of, it's just, you know, about being, you could just be a better fucking person. You know what I mean? Like, don't be such a prick all the time. And that's kind of Thrill Seekers to me when I wrote it, and what it's kind of about. It's, you know, because it's not as on the nose as it being about murder. It's way more about just how we're all out trying to kill each other all the time on social media. No one's thinking about what they do and how it affects other people.
Yeah, and I get that, because sometimes it's hard. Instead of people always lifting each other up and trying to help each other out, sometimes you get that people that are so mindset in competition that, like you said, some people don't even stop to think, hey, your neighbor is just trying to survive as well, you know, and you know, no harm intended to anybody else, you know. But sometimes, yeah. So I just wanted to, you know, make sure to touch on that, because again, there's a purpose for your lyrics. And I wanted to kind of, since I did, you know, again, I was reading up and researching everything, I wanted to make sure to kind of bring that up so that people also understood it's not just about the outside sensationalism that you see, but the lyrics have a deeper meaning to it. As you said, it's, you know, you're kind of mirroring the things that happen, and when people don't notice that, so your lyrics reflect on that. And I just want to make sure people understood what it was about. That's all.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of bands are that way, right? Like it's art, and you know,
it's rock and roll. So there's a shock value to it. You know, the name doesn't necessarily represent the fact that we're out stalking celebrities. Maybe one or two, I don't know, here or there, but
I've been guilty.
You know, it is. You know, there's a shock value. We're in the business of rock and roll, so you want to have a little bite in the face, you know, a little bit of like, oh, what are these guys about? You know, if you just come out and you're humdrum, then, you know,
it's a little reality in your face of the stuff people don't necessarily like to talk about, type of thing, you know. Exactly. So but it's cool because it still brings it out. Okay, so American Dreams, we're going to go ahead and play that next. Now, is that kind of like the lyrics to the American Dreams, kind of like in that same type of fashion?
American Dreams is more about like what we all are going through. I mean, Jason can kind of break it down.
I was actually gonna defer to you. There's, you know, Larry wrote lyrics for some of the songs on the record, and I did as well. The two songs we've talked about are both songs that Larry actually wrote the lyrics on. And Raider just wants some FaceTime apparently.
A little butt time there.
A little butt time. Yeah. A little butt time. But anyway, so these songs kind of came out of Larry's crazy imagination. So and then this one is a little bit more about, you know, the realities of, you know, middle America these days. And it's not really taking a side, which everybody wants to have these days. It's more of, again, throwing up a mirror of what, you know, some Americans are going through, or how some people feel. And again, I'm going to defer to Larry because he did write these.
Well,
lyrics,
security, right? So this one's kind of about security, and what you fight for is security, right? You put a roof over your family's head. You would do anything to protect them. And, you know, as we get more and more divided, what's the main reason that, you know, people hate immigrants coming here? Oh, they're stealing our jobs, or, you know, we're in such competition for this little piece that the corporations leave us. You know, it's like there's all these billionaires, there's the 1%, then there's all the normal people, the people that need to just have a fucking roof, a meal, and clothes on their kids' backs. Yep. And we're divided because we're fighting over scraps when we should not be fighting with each other. We should be fighting the fucking 1%. And everything I've seen in 2020, all of this fucking division of left, right, communist, fascist, those fucking people actually are the people that need to get along, or we won't have shit in the future. Yeah. And the whole bottom line is bring back American manufacturing, buy USA made. Don't think that claiming USA is a negative. Don't be out burning flags. Fuck that. Make American products, make American paychecks for the people, and you will see that people aren't arguing as much. And that's the American dream, right? That's the American dream.
I definitely agree. I agree on a lot of that as well, you know, I mean, and because it's a hard thing right now. Our country is divided in a lot of ways, you know, and music, you know, music for a lot of people is that outlet, whether it's to forget about it or whether it's to throw yourself into it. You know, it can be either or, you know, and like I said, I agree on that, you know, as far as people do need to get along, it is hard. And the reality is people don't want to hear the reality, but our country was also based on immigrants working.
Right.
Too. And then, so I mean, we've got history, we've got good history and bad history.
Right.
We just have to try to make the best of things. So we're going to go ahead and play American Dreams right now.
Need jobs, though. That's what the point is of the song, is that without jobs, we have strife. And if we had a strong middle class and American manufacturing again, where you didn't have to have a college degree to make a living, when you could be a blue collar employee and provide for your family, that will bring a lot more peace back to this country among people than having us have a sing along and go sing Kumbaya down at the beach. That doesn't work. Jobs, money,
it only works
security.
if it's gonna get out, vote, put your voice where it belongs in the political sense of putting your voice in there and where the change can be made. You know, so and I agree with that. So again, we're going to go ahead and feature now. This is Celebrity Stalkers, the band. They're not stalking you for reals. Well, maybe some of you, like Jason said. And again, I've been a little guilty of some of that myself. But we're going to play American Stalkers band, American Dreams for you right now here on Rockers Edge Radio on the Dilly News Rock Show. Here we go.
Perfect middle class, shattered now like broken glass. Your future is the past. Your cubicle is a prison cell. Put your clock on your way to hell. Put your children up for sale. American dreams are burning down, bleeding out. American dreams. American dreams. Sleepless nights and zombie days. Check to check for lower pay. Attrition. Later waste. Starving kids play in the streets. Ivory towers show no empathy. Their faces tell the tale. American dreams are burning down, bleeding out without a sound. Broken backs from your greed. Counterfeit American dreams. American dreams.
All right. Now, once again, that was American Dreams from Celebrity Stalker, the band, not the individual. So that's what we've been featuring. That's from their new album, Year of the Thief. They are with Monster Media Records. And so we are featuring the new music, and the new album drops November 13th on Friday the 13th. So that's what we've been talking about. This is amazing. Thank you so much for taking your time to speak with us. Now, before we do the next song, we do have one more song to feature for everyone. I just wanted to give a little explanation before when we were talking about it. We were talking about LP3's cat putting his butt in the camera, just so we know we're talking about his pet. So I realized when we were talking about that before we started the beginning of the song, I said, oh, he's looking for some butt time. I meant the cat. So when the visual comes out, people will see what we're talking about, but since the audio is coming out first, I just wanted to explain that.
Oh,
yes,
that's right.
A cat playing havoc on Larry's desktop this whole interview.
Let's just say during 2020, people working from home, how many of you, work on a computer, right? And your cat wants to walk all over that fucking keyboard all day. Like, what is going on here?
Right. Oh no, I understand. Like I said, I had my giant golden doodle dog walking in. His face was like right here, and I'm like, no, you got to get out. You can't be here. So trust me, I get it because we're all working from home. So it's just something we got to little extra distractions happen to come by. So, but in a moment, we are going to go ahead and feature some of the other song, the last song that we have to feature for everyone. So. However, before we get into the last couple of songs, I wanted to ask you, because I do like to ask artists who have, had some success and have, been able to put their music out there and be able to do all of that stuff. What would you say, what advice would you give to somebody who is aspiring to try to do, what you do and, get into the music industry and stuff? Like, what advice would you give, like, your younger self?
Network. Honestly, network. Because when you're young and you're just full of it, and that you've got this band that's going to make it, that sometimes you almost put yourself on an island, you limit yourself opportunities. So for me, my advice is network, and network often, and just be someone that participates in your local scene, and then your wider scene, and then your state scene, but network.
Networks. I would say, never move out of your mother's basement. Ramp up all your credit cards by the time you're 22 on new gear and a van to haul it all around. Get a gym membership because you're gonna be hauling all that gear, so you're gonna need to work out. Get your muscles all built up. I'm just playing, man. It's stick to your guns. Stick to what drives you. Don't let other people, you can be influenced and you can build your relationships and all that, but stick to your guns and be true to your art wherever it comes from. Right. It's one thing we've always been a band that's been hard to label, and it's because we kind of stick to our guns, and we're like a hybrid punk rock thrash metal band that just kind of hits you in the face with all kinds of little bits of reality, whether it's something in a humorous way or something in a realistic way or something in a stalker way. But stick to your guns, be true to yourself, and you'll be happy with what you're doing.
Nice. Yeah. Very nice. And and that's good advice. I like to usually to ask other artists again who have already seen that and have been through that process themselves, and seen some success, because it's always nice to hear that for new and aspiring artists as well, just to hear the different type of advice, because it is so hard right nowadays to do that. And some of what you said though before, other than, move out of mom's basement, but make sure you're in shape to haul that stuff around, and make sure you got to do all that traveling, and because you do have to do all that self-promotion and to get your stuff out there and to get yourself heard. And that's one of the things that we like to do here on the Dilly News Rock Show on, Rockers Edge Radio and also Chaotic Radio as well, is to be able to help give, artists that platform to be able to get their music out and to be able to put the information, so it's Dilly News, because we're, to find out your projects and to highlight what's going on with you, not just play the music. But of course, after the interview runs, we're going to also have audio will run first. And the visual, of course, for people tuning in and are familiar with the show, the visuals will go up later so that you can also see the stuff, that we're talking about. We'll premiere some of the videos that you're talking about, with the music and stuff, so people can tune in and see that as well. So, and speaking of the video, so let's go ahead and get back to some of the music. Now we have I Am, we'll play that next. And give us a little bit details about I Am. What was your thought process in the writing of this?
Lyrically, it was it's kind of a self-reflecting and song. Self-reflecting song. It's like looking into a pool of water. Self-reflecting, and kind of just calling yourself out and trying to be all you can be, and it's about who we are. And there's a saying that the most powerful two words in the English language are I am. And so I wanted to, we got a lot of dark spots on this record. And it kind of worked out well, because even in writing the song and putting the record together early on, we kind of had a map of how we thought things would play out and whatnot. But when it all came together to put the song as last on the record, it kind of made sense because it helped finish on a high note, and it gave a little bit of more of an optimistic or a,
right.
You know, instead of ending on a dark note, because some of the songs, they're not all super dark or all about stalking and thrill seeking and
no, but they tell a story though. They do tell.
There's a flow and a story to it, and you can get to the end. And this song it was just meant to be empowering. And if it is true that these are the two most powerful words in the English language, this song is. We used it a lot. You take
that asshole. You know, earlier in the interview, I was talking about being a sociopath, and you're not physically hurting people, but just being so not egotistical, but just being so about yourself, so sociopathic, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like we were telling this story. I wanted it to tell a story at least, and if you follow every one of the songs, I set out to make them go in an order that tell how we've gotten so angry as a country or as people, and from the first song to the 7th song, it just tells the story of all negativity. And Jason wrote this song "I Am" that like it's act 3. It's friggin' act 3 of this movie, The Year of the Thief, and it's the redemption moment. It's like he said, fine, you have to find a way to be positive. You know?
And it's a powerful song.
You have to find a way to forgive yourself sometimes. Sometimes people don't forgive themselves.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing, because people are harder on themselves than, like, when you say, you get that outside judgment and it can really affect you, but it affects you because people take it to where they are more hard on themselves because of that judgment opposed to that. And I totally get that. So got our friend making an appearance again. So I understand. But yeah, the song is very powerful, and I really found it, very, very, it pulls you in because, again, it does tell a story. And I do like that a lot of your music is that you do have that crossover sound, that metal punk genre type of everything mixed in it. And I like that because I'm not quite a lollipop and bubblegum girl myself. I like that hard type of sound, and I like things that talk about reality and stuff, because that's the world we live in. And sometimes you just need to hear that type of music so you can throw yourself into it, So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, here on Dilly News Rock Show, we are going to feature the next song that we have been talking about. So we're going ahead and feature "I Am." So I just wanted to, kind of give a quick base about it and talk about the process of it before we play it. And so here it is, "I Am" by Celebrity Stalker, the band. Here we go.
I am the anger in all I see, from all the scars unseen, with a smile on my face, as life just smacks the taste, and all the misplaced rage never affects the change, amidst the sights and sounds of a life spent falling down. Claustrophobic as I suffocate, disappearing, trapped inside this cage, motherfucker I was born to be. I am creating my reality. I am everything I need to be. I am breaking down the walls inside like a phoenix from the ash as I start to rise. Elevated as I start to fly. Start to fly. Rising higher as I touch the sky.
Once again, that was I Am from Celebrity Stalker, the band, here on the Dilly News Rock Show on Rockers Ed Radio. And I really appreciate that you guys took the time to be talking to us and giving us this information about what's going on with you and everything else. Now, we do have one more song to feature. They did send me another song, so we'll go ahead and close out with that one. But before we do, is there anything that you would like to, mention that we didn't bring up, or maybe give a shout out to somebody out there before we let everybody know where they can find your information?
A lot of shout outs, I guess. Shout out to Mac at the Doll Hut, Cat Monroe. A shout out to Mike Brennan, Twisted Soul Entertainment. Shout out to someone you've worked with before, Sasha
George. Insomnia Hour, Sasha George, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the Whining Pussies. Shout out to just all the bands out there in the scene, just all of them. And nice. There's a lot of good bands out there right now. And when you were talking about advice or whatnot, I'm just seeing a lot of people out there working really hard, and going back to networking and that being my advice. Right now at this moment, there's a lot of good bands out there. It really is.
And Jason, anything you want to add to that, maybe for you, or maybe for Chuck, since Chuck's not here and we haven't mentioned anything about him?
Hi, Chuck. You're supposed to be in this little square on the bottom of my screen.
Right there. It
would have been a perfect quintet, but no, quartet. He couldn't make it. But yeah, we love Chuck. We didn't talk enough about Chuck, but Chuck's our amazing drummer, Charlie, the man.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? And
Muppet.
That was only half of the list. I want to give a shout out to Chaotic, Dutchy. I want to give a shout out to Local Music Experience. I want to give a shout out to Die Laughing Records and their podcast and their whole group of characters, the Go 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 Girl, Dave Dalton, Rob Trisler, Hillary Burton. Oh, I'm on that show. Oh, that's right, LP3. But anyways, just a lot of people out there, and we want to give a shout out to Dilly Briggs most of all for the interview today.
Exactly. Oh, hi, Mom. I'm on TV.
Hi, Mom.
I'm on the radio, I guess, and then TV.
Yeah, hi, Mom. He'll be on radio first, then TV. Well, no, I think that's great. Again, I just wanted to give you, a chance to be able to, give shout out again, because that's one of the things that we like to do for the artists, is that also give you that platform to interact and to, also bring up the other people that you coordinate with, because like you said, everybody's just working so hard to get their art out there and just do what they can. And in this pandemic, things are different. So people are actually having to work a whole lot harder than previous, because you have to find a whole new way of doing things and still come back with being able to do what you love,
Right.
So Yeah. So, I mean, thank you so much for, bringing that up to everybody, because all those people do work hard. I work with some of these other individuals that you have mentioned, from Chaotic Radio and Dutchie. And I know you're, with Die Laughing Records and all the other, artists that either are doing interviews to try to get that out, or the bands themselves who are working so hard to get information out. So I think that's fantastic, And so, yeah, tell people where they can find you. I know you're on all different, platforms and everything, but kind of give everybody a little bit more specific detail on what platforms they could find you on before we finish up with the last songs.
celebritystalkertheband.com.
And you can check us at YouTube /Celebrity Stalker the Band.
Okay, you can find us on Instagram at Celebrity Stalker the Band.
And you could check us at Facebook, Celebrity Stalker the Band. And you could call me at 562. I'm joking.
Celebrity Stalker the Band.
6309.
Call me at 1-800 Celebrity Stalker the Band.
And then you can stop them.
Overseas rates may apply.
It's 1-900 celebritystalkertheband.com.
All right. All stalkers accepted. No problem. Right. Stalk them back.
And if you want any sweet merchandise like that Stalker Claus shirt or a badass hoodie like this right here, yeah, you can find that on our website. Yeah, you can check that. That's pretty dope. Look at that. We have them with and without the blood, in case you're not into that. Some people, little PG, but
I have a question.
want the R-rated version.
Right. And if you follow us on Instagram, our link is there.
It's quality. It's American Apparel.
Nice. Very nice. Now,
Okay,
I just have a question about the merch, about all of the merch stuff. By chance, do you guys have any female tank tops and stuff like that, or is it just all male shirts?
We got everything.
Everything?
We got
awesome.
mugs, we got barbecue aprons. That's good for girls. They can just wear that. That's kind of dope. I mean, when they're barbecuing.
Oh, okay. When they're barbecuing.
Oh, okay.
Want to sound?
No, yeah, we have boy and girl merch.
No, I think
there's all
that's
kinds
great.
of stuff. Yes.
No, I think that's great. And honestly, one of my advices that I do tell bands is that if you have female cut shirts, you're going to sell twice as much merch, because it's usually the females who go out and buy the merch stuff. And because like me, as an example, I will purchase the shirts and stuff, and I do that support. But a lot of times when it's only a male cut, I have to cut the shirt up to make it fit right and feel like a female cut. Yeah. So yeah, if you have a female cut, that's awesome. And I'll make sure to get my shirt. So the next time you see me, I will be wearing my celebrity. I want a Christmas stalker one. I want one of those. I want that's
Stalker Claus. Stalker
Claus. I want a stalker.
You can only get one if you're bad, though. The good girls don't get them.
Well, I'm always on the naughty list, so that's okay. So that means I qualify.
We're gonna check that out, and we're gonna check it twice. And if you're on the naughty list,
I slap that elf on the shelf off the shelf all the time. Can't tell on me. Get out.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Awesome. So again, you can find them on all platforms. Check them out on Spotify, check them out on their Bandcamp, on Facebook, on YouTube, on every type of music platform. Just check it out, Celebrity Stalker the Band. So this way you make sure you get the right site, and then follow their music. Please, check out their sites, check out what they're doing. Do you have anything coming up soon, like any type of anything?
So
like I know it's hard to say a show, but like anything.
We do have a show.
Okay, well then plug that, please.
All right. So the album comes out Friday the 13th, this Friday, or is this airing before or after that?
I'm hoping it'll air maybe right as we're coming out. So we're hoping to do this early enough, get it turned in so that we can get this out by the time the same weekend that you're releasing the album.
Okay. So
if not, it'll be shortly after.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're listening to this after, go out and download our album. It's on all platforms. You can save it, stream it at Spotify. You can buy it at Amazon, but it's out there for everybody. And catch us at a show, because we are playing shows. We are playing on Friday the 13th, the day this album comes out, at the Doll Hut with Louis Seidel and the Pawns. And, they're small shows. It is still, a pandemic. but we are out there, doing what we can to at least participate in the scene and not let it all die, so you can find us out there. Follow us at Celebrity Stalker the Band at any one of the major social media outlets, platforms, whatever.
Anything you would like to add, Jason?
No, that's good.
All right.
That about covers it. No, thanks for having us, though. I want to thank you so much for having us. It was a great time. I'm glad you took your time out to invite us into your realm, and we really appreciate it. We want to thank everybody for listening, and again, check us out, and hopefully we'll see you at a show real soon.
Yeah, so definitely go to one of the shows. Now, some of these little venues that are opening up and doing small things, I mean, they're doing their best, and to do social distancing, they've got a lot of safety guidelines. I have been to a few of them. The drive-in concerts, I know the Dollhead is not far from me, and some of the shows they've been doing outside venues and stuff and opening it up and everything like that, so yeah, please make sure to try to check it out. These venues are doing their best to to do safety protocol so that you can get out there and be able to have a little bit of this back, and a lot of people miss this entertainment. So thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking your time. We're going to close out with one more song. So during this time, you sent me that last song, and that last song is called
Crime Styles of the Rich.
Yeah, like not lifestyle. I want to say lifestyle, but no, it's Crime Styles of the Rich and Infamous. So give us a little take on that. And before we play that, we'll close out with that last song.
This song is kind of tied to American dreams. It's kind of like Wall Street abuse. It's like it's farming out the jobs overseas for cheaper to save a buck. And it's just these guys then not only do that, but then they're like some of the worst people on the planet, and they're treasonous, they're pedophiles, they're this, they're that. And this song kind of touches on all of the indulgence of the rich and how they abuse the 99%, us.
Yeah. And again, like we said, your lyrics in your music and stuff, it does tend to read, like you said, it mirrors some of that negativity that is out there. So that is there's a reason for these type of lyrics and the reason why you're putting these together.
Yes.
So, all right. Now, everybody, again, we're going to close out with that last song. So thank you so much for tuning in. So once again, this is Dilly Briggs from the Dilly News Rock Show on Rockers Edge Radio and Chaotic Radio as well. And we were speaking with Larry and Jason, LP3 sometimes, depending on how you know him out there, his stage name, but from Celebrity Stalker the Band. Check them out. And thank you so much. And don't forget, come back for more. Now we're going to close out with that last song.
Nice.
From society, with no regard for humanity, elite status of a privileged image, above the law as you rape and pillage. As you rape, as you rape, rape. You built your castles up in the sky, a better view for you to watch us die. A simple pleasure in the murder of hope. Laugh as we dance from the end of your rope. As we dance, as we dance, dance. From the darkness while we sleep, the wolf is hungry and he's dressed like a sheep. You're the monster, you're the beast, you're the traitor in the year of the thief. Crime styles of the rich, crime styles of the rich, crime styles of have found you, and we are watching you. Always. You will pay for these crimes. For bribery, for perjury, for human trafficking, for rape, for murder, for treason! Darkness while we sleep. The wolf is hungry and he's dressed like a sheep. You're the monster, you're the beast, you're the traitor in the year of the thief. Crime styles of the rich, 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 crime styles of the rich. Crime styles of the rich. Crime styles of the rich. Crime styles of the rich.
Yeah, and once again, that was Celebrity Stalker and their last song that we feature with Crime Styles of the Rich. Thanks so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, yeah.